Have you ever fantasized about the quirks from My Hero Academia? Like, how cool would it be to be able to charge your phone by yourself or pass through walls? I'd say Jiraiya would love this quirk. Hey guys, hello and welcome to Anime Unfold. Today we are going to see a list of the top 7 most powerful quirks in My Hero Academia. In case you disagree and have a better list, please let me know in the comments. By the way, this list only contains quirks shown in the anime till now, so don't worry about the spoilers. Number 7. Manifest. Tamaki, aka Sun Eater's quirk. This quirk allows the user to manifest certain traits of any food he eats. For example, if he eats takoyaki, he can transform his fingers into octopus tentacles. Similarly, if he eats a clam, he can harden his hands into a clamshell. There are endless possibilities for this quirk, and that's why it is on this list. With this quirk, Sun Eater can do multiple manifestations on several parts of his body, from anything he can eat, including hard diamond-like crystals of Yuhojo. The only drawback I can see of this quirk is that the animal or thing he wants to manifest needs to be in his digestive system, so he might need to carry small portions of powerful animal foods with him in order to manifest this quirk anytime, anywhere. Number 6. Decay. This quirk belongs to Tomura Shigaraki. I don't think I need to explain much about the power or scale of this quirk. We have already seen what this quirk can do in a full-scale attack in Season 6, Episode 5. It can destroy the whole city in a matter of minutes. This quirk allows the user to destroy anything that their hands can touch by turning it into dust. Even the things that are attached to the things he touches can be destroyed with this quirk, creating a huge domino effect of pure destruction. The only drawback I can think about this quirk is if the opponent is able to avoid the touch of Shigaraki's hand, then this ability is totally useless. For example, Togata, aka the Million's quirk, he can make himself pass through stuff through his quirk Permeation. And then the next disability of this quirk is if someone's able to cut Shigaraki's fingers or even crush his hands, then he again becomes a quirkless boy who gets beaten by his father. Number 5. Erasure. Shota Aizawa, aka our beloved sleepy teacher Eraserhead's quirk. This quirk by itself looks harmless, but if you're trying to make a balanced team of the best heroes possible, then he must be on your list. This quirk allows the user to erase any other person's quirk temporarily. All he's got to do is look at you and not blink, and boom, you cannot use your quirk. This really is one of the most annoying things you can face in a fight. Like you spent all your life mastering that one quirk that you were born with, but it's gone and you are practically useless. This quirk is super useful against enemies with multiple quirks. Aizawa can erase all their quirks at once with the same effort it takes to erase one. This is the reason our heroes were even able to stand against Shigaraki after his awakening. Well, there are a few disadvantages of this power too, as this quirk works only when the user's eyes are open that causes dry eyes to the user, and if someone throws a stun grenade or any object that's too bright to be seen by eyes, his abilities are rendered useless. Also, this ability doesn't work on mutant-type quirks. Number 4. Overhaul. This is one of the most broken abilities in the My Hero Academia world. This quirk belongs to Kaichisaki, aka Overhaul. This quirk allows the user to deconstruct and reconstruct matter in an instant. Sounds complex? Well, let me explain simply. Through this quirk, I can change the structure of a city, a person, or even myself. So let's say you need to build a house. You have all the materials needed to build a house. Then you call Overhaul. He comes, touches the material with his hands, and voila, your house is ready, just like that. There are more real-world applications to this quirk as well, like you can become a doctor, you can save a dying person, cure cancer, and a lot more. A person with a broken limb can be fixed in a second. You just need to go through the painful process of disintegration before reintegrating your limb though, but I'd say 1 second of pain is better than 6 months of bed rest. Also, you can merge different objects and persons, making a stronger individual as well. The only drawback I can find to this quirk is that if you cut his stupid fingers, he's just a quirkless boy with a beak attached to his face. Number 3. Rewind. This ability belongs to our cute little Eri. This quirk allows her to rewind people. She can rewind a person to a point when he was not even born yet, ultimately erasing their complete existence. She is literally a cute little walking time machine. A time machine that can only go into the past though. Her abilities were misused by Overhaul to create a weapon that can erase someone's quirk permanently, basically rewinding their DNA to the era when quirks haven't manifested yet. So this is one of the most powerful and dangerous abilities, and the most useful as well if used properly. Like she can erase her enemies permanently without even touching them. Next, she can heal any person to a state when they were fit and fine. I'd say she can even bring back dead people, but I don't know. Let's see if we can see more about this ability in the future episodes. episodes. Let's talk about disadvantages. The only prominent disadvantage I can think of is that she uses her horn to activate her quirk. So in case someone's able to get rid of that, she might lose her quirk or become significantly weaker. Number 2. One for All. Now comes my boy Deku's quirk. One for All. With one of the coolest names in the whole series, this quirk has almost everything you need. Super strength? You got it. Super speed? You got it. Want to hang your enemies to death? You got that as well. Oh, so you want to fly as well? Well, you got it too. And there are 4 more quirks yet to be discovered packed inside this Black Friday deal. This quirk's original wielder was thought to be quirkless unless he got a quirk from his brother. The quirk was stockpiling of power. Then we find out that he was not quirkless. He had the ability to pass on quirks. And that's how One for All was born.
The true name of my power is One for All.
This quirk kept passing along various people, improving with each person and having their own quirk embedded inside of it, so that it becomes more and more with each generation. There are great drawbacks though. Let's say someone inherits One for All and their body is not capable enough to handle its strength. Then all the limbs will shoot off like a bomb exploded inside of them. Next, we now know that if a person who already has a quirk receives One for All, then their life is shortened. Because let's say a person's body is like a glass, then them already having a quirk means the glass is mostly full. And now if you pour One for All into it, the body isn't able to handle it and the glass will start overflowing and eventually break. That means the body of that person will start degenerating and eventually the user will die early due to One for All. This can only be avoided by transferring this quirk to a quirkless person like All Might or Deku. Before moving on to number 1, please like and subscribe if you are enjoying the video till now. It boosts our motivation, full cowling. Number 1. All for One. The number 1 quirk on my list belongs to the number 1 villain, Shigaraki, aka All for One. No quirk is more overpowered than this one. This quirk allows the user to steal and transfer quirks with a touch. This also works on mutant-type powers. That's how All for One was able to help many people who wanted to get rid of their quirks, as they were considered ugly by society. Now let's discuss how crazy this power is. Remember the brother I told you about who gave the stockpiling of power ability that gave birth to One for All? Shigaraki was that brother. So technically, One for All's root derives from All for One. All for One can easily steal any of the abilities in the list with ease, making it the top quirk. The user can activate multiple quirks at once, making them even more powerful, like how Todoroki can use ice and fire at the same time. All for One can do ice, fire, lightning, water, and whatever element you want. The only disadvantages of this quirk are that if a person inherits this power and isn't strong enough, then he might become like a mindless Nobu, or even kill himself while using quirks he stole that are out of his league. So the conclusion of the day, spend 4 months in a chamber enhancing your body. Make friends with All for One.
Son of a bitch.
And the world is yours to rule. Just stay away from Eraserhead though.